and plans to better this nation, a land currently in dire need of new perspective and assistance. And I am beyond grateful to have this opportunity to voice my solutions to our very imperfect reality. And it is all because of you, the voters of America, land of the free and home of the brave. Today, I will address the many adversities our magnificent country and its people are facing, and the intentions that I have to improve upon them. I will bring businesses back into our country and money back into our economy. I will make sure that we protect our environment so that future generations are able to enjoy all of the nature that we can today without a harsh economic cost. I will see that every individual has access to a patient-oriented healthcare system that works for them. I will see that our children have access to and will receive an education that will help them succeed in life, living out their American dream. I will make sure that the worldwide relationships our country has will benefit us. I will see that terrorists are stopped and that every individual feels safe within our borders. And with this, I will strengthen our boundaries and improve our immigration process for the better. I will make sure that our Second Amendment is upheld with the use of background checks for the safety of our entire population. And finally, I, as President of the United States of America, will see that all individuals of this nation, regardless of race, ethnicity, religion, or sexuality, are granted equal rights and equal opportunities. When I, Grace Recavering, am sworn into office on January 20th, 2017, I will mend our economy. Now, I know that many of you in the audience today may be thinking, well, that's what every politician swears by. However, as someone who appreciates the hard workers that make up the backbone of our nation, I will be the candidate that follows through with these promises. I will begin this process by reinstating America as the center of commerce. We will keep the national minimum wage at $7.25 and let states decide the proper wage based off of their region's cost of living. We will do this to help small businesses stay above water and swim to success, and support them on their road to the American dream. As opposed to increasing taxes on our businesses, I will work as hard as possible to keep taxes minimal so that our country will be an ideal base for business. The low prices of other countries has swept our economy out from underneath us, and we need to reinstate our position. We will reduce the amount of outsourcing that occurs in this nation continuously, year after year. To do this, we will have to make it easier to conduct business in America and repeal superfluous regulations. The agreements in NAFTA need to be renegotiated. This contract lost the United States hundreds of thousands of jobs. In addition, America's increased exports of agricultural produce have made it harder for Mexican farmers to make a living. Renegotiating the agreements in NAFTA could benefit the people of Mexico as well as the economy of the United States. We will make this nation a place where businesses, big and small, will both want and benefit from remaining within our borders. In doing this, however, we will not discard our moral values to the side in order to lower costs by pennies. We will look to the future of our nation and find the golden mean between low costs and high morals. We will also find this mean in regards to our environment. When I become president, I will make decisions that benefit our environment without creating major dents in our economy. Gradually, the United States needs to start implementing a larger usage of renewable resources in a cost-effective manner. By slowly transitioning to a larger usage of these resources, our country can avoid the effects of pollution that China, Pakistan, and many other countries are facing. I will work to reduce the negative effects that human activities have impacted upon our beautiful Earth. When I am president, I will not only work to improve the conditions of our environment, but also the conditions of our medical care. Obamacare cannot continue any longer. This so-called Affordable Care Act is contrary to what its name suggests. Instead of burdening Americans with Obamacare, I plan on implementing a healthcare system which reduces medical costs, increases medical quality, and increases the focus on the specific doctor-patient relationship. By implementing a patient-centered healthcare system, Americans can take advantage of their right and freedom to make their own healthcare decisions. Healthcare should be affordable and available to every citizen of the United States. In addition, there will be no change to the current Medicare and Social Security benefits. This should be something future generations can count on. Furthermore, abortion will be made illegal, with the exceptions of incidents of rape, incest, and complications in the pregnancy where it could save the mother's life. Every life, no matter how big or how small, should matter. And every human should have access to means to care and better their life, and will in our new healthcare system. The changes I will make will improve our nation's healthcare by letting patients choose their own doctors and make affordable and reliable health a reality to all Americans, and to protect an unborn child's right to live. When I am sworn in, I will make sure every child has the educational opportunities needed to succeed. Our education system is the facility that molds and shapes our children, the future leaders of America, and is continuously overlooked. Education is not something that we can afford to be lacking in. This is why parents must reserve the right to decide on their child's education, whether it be homeschooling, public school, or private school. Parents must have the right to decide which option will provide their child with a safe environment. When I am leader of this country, the protection of Americans will be first and foremost. Every citizen has the right to feel safe, secure, and sound in the comfort of their home. Terrorist countries and those supporting terrorism need to be handled cautiously yet efficiently. Our 80 allies and international organizations, such as the United Nations, are working with us in this fight against terrorist groups ever since September 11th, 2001. Then, the evil we were fighting was Al-Qaeda. Now, ISIS has been behind thousands of terrorist attacks in the Middle East, Europe, and America. ISIS must be stopped before they can claim any more victims, here or anywhere else. We must protect our people from these atrocious acts of terrorism. Callous attacks, such as the Boston Marathon bombing, must never happen again. We will not stop in our fight against terrorism until we have completely secured the safety of American citizens. When I am President of the United States, our nation will be the one that influences countries to run alongside us towards the path of freedom. America needs to be a people encouraging others to take the step towards democracy and away from dictatorship. Our country has been founded on the principle of we the people. Discouraging oppression and helping the oppressed is a tradition our country will hold itself to. America will be the shining example of a nation where its people have an opinion that matters. When I am in the Oval Office, the issues regarding immigration will be handled in an effective manner. In order to reduce the amount of illegal immigrants flooding our country, we must first focus on our borders. Strengthening our border patrol is a must in order to see the reduction in illegal immigrants. After our country's borders are secured, we must then focus on taking actions in regards to illegal immigrants. In addition, the screening process in order to come to our country must be amended so that it may become a more efficient process. It should not take years for a mother to reunite with her son or a refugee to escape a dangerous state. If the screening process becomes more efficient, more people will want to come to our country through a legal path rather than break through the back door under a cover of darkness. As President of the United States of America, I will take strides in assuring that our nation upholds the root values of the Declaration of Independence, that all men are created equal. And as President, I will make it my duty to see that our nation is a land of equal opportunities to every individual in this country. America has often been called the melting pot because people of countless unique backgrounds and cultures have come to our nation to create a new life. This is such a strong title that we have a duty to uphold, to protect the minorities of our nation against any hate crimes or violence that they face.
Okay, wait, sorry. That doesn't make sense.
There have been too many individuals that have been wrongly and unjustifiably been taken from their families. This must stop. I will work my hardest to ensure that the people of our nation's inalienable rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are upheld, regardless of the color of the skin or who they love. In order to protect the rights of Americans and the safety of Americans, special attention must be paid to the issue of gun control. The Second Amendment must be upheld, as it was a given right to us by our forefathers. Every American deserves the liberty to protect themselves from danger. Criminals looking to harm others will find a way to a gun, regardless of any additional laws. However, the loopholes of private sales increase the chance of someone unfit for a weapon as dangerous as the gun and must be prevented. An American should have the right to bear arms as long as they themselves are not a threat to the rest of society. Background checks on people utilizing the right to bear arms should be thorough enough to prevent guns being put in unfit hands. These background checks are not one to undermine the Second Amendment, but rather to enhance its ideals of protection and safety. America is a country where everyone deserves the right to be able to protect themselves from danger. We need to be able to protect ourselves from all the danger that our country faces if we don't implement necessary changes. And we can, if we stand together. None of these changes will be possible without you, the voters. Together, we can strive to improve the problems of our nation from sea to shining sea. As voters, you can decide whether or not you want our country to turn itself around and head for success, or stay on the path towards destruction and poverty. As your candidate, I'm relying on you, the voters, in the same way that you're relying on me. I will lead America toward a place where everyone receives the rights that our forefathers fought for. I will keep my focus not only on the issues of today, but on the issues of tomorrow. I care about your future, I care about your child's future, and I care about your grandchild's future. Mending our economy, our healthcare, our education, and our stability is what I strive for. Our nation needs to be a place where everyone has a chance to live up to their full potential. Our nation needs to be a place where children are encouraged to strive for success. Our nation needs to be a place where people want to grow. Our nation needs to be a place where people want to be. God bless America, land of the free and home of the brave. Thank you.